On this channel, $1 Million Made Easy, we love to run numbers for people. We run them for the accumulation stage when you're saving to see what you might have, what kind of a nest egg you might have in retirement. In this video, I'm going to look at once you've reached retirement, what kind of money might your nest egg kick off once you reach retirement. And I found these interesting stats from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. The latest I could find was 2021. They said the average 65 to 75-year-old, I think this is probably median, but had expenses of $4,870 a month. And once you got to 75 plus, it was like $1,000 less. And the reasoning was that the older you get, you tend to stay home. First years, they're called the go-go years, and this is the slow-go years. And then once you reach 80, 85, then that's the no-go years. And so you don't spend near as much on travel or whatever, so it's $1,000 less. But I found this that the average Social Security benefit for a couple, and this is for a couple, was 2,739. So if you run these numbers, subtract this from there, that's $2,131 is what you need to come up with. And in this scenario, only $1,000, a little over $1,000 a month. So what I want to do is run the numbers. Okay, if you just need, I'm just going to actually round this up to 2,250 because I usually use it in increments of 2,000 or $250. So let's just say you do just have that 500,000. You haven't reached that million, which is what we like to see people get to and what we set this channel up for. But what if you just have 500,000? How would that do? So what we're going to do is do 500,000, and we're going to do 2,250. And if you see right here that I always like to see it around 4% or whatever, but 5.4%, how many times the last 100 years with this scenario, $500,000, and you're needing $2,250 a month because the Social Security is making up the difference. How many times would you run out of money when you're withdrawing 5.4%? Well, let's see what the numbers show. Just 2 times in 20 years and 3 times in 30 years. I forgot to do one other thing, though. I think you really would want to have a COLA in here because you get a Social Security COLA, but let's give it this nest egg a COLA also, the withdrawal anyway, instead of withdrawing 27,000 and 27,540 and so on. Let's go ahead and update and see if these numbers change at all. It was 2 and 3. Oh, it's 4 and 4. So we got the 3 years here that were there before, and I'm sure, oh, it's right here. Yeah, the year 2000, you're going to run out of money. Now, here's another thing you could do. Nobody would just keep all of it in the S&P 500. You get more conservative as you get older. So a lot of people recommend a 60-40 split. So what we're going to do is leave 60% in the S&P 500 so you can get some growth, but you're going to put 40% over in a cash reserve account, and I've just got running at 3%. We're going to see if that changes these numbers, though, when I go ahead and run them. So we're going to do a 60-40 split and see what these numbers, if they change at all. Looks like the year 2000 is still, okay, it's 3 and 3. Looks like we lost one of these years, but we still got that year 2000, which is right here. You're running out of money. Stock market's running out, and then the cash reserve account's running out. And why you do that is when these down years, when these markets going down, you don't want to take this 27,000 and so on out of the S&P 500 because that would knock that down even faster. You know, you wouldn't be able to benefit from these returns. So you try to put some over here. I wonder if we change this to a 60-40 split. Right now, you're running out of money in year 19 with that scenario. Let's do 60-40. Well, again another year or two. So what do you do 70-30? No, it doesn't seem to matter. You're basically withdrawing too much, but only in the year 2000 and in 1929 and 30. Look at this graph. Every other scenario, there's a 29 and 30, and there's the year 2000 where you run out of money. Look at the rest of these. Remember, you're starting out with a 500,000. Look how many times you end up with more than that after doing this withdrawal all the way through there. Here's $1 million, $1.5 million, $2 million. That just shows you the power of that S&P 500. If you can be in it, don't necessarily just jump out of it because you've reached retirement age. It can do amazing wonders for you. I'm just going to run one more. How about a 70-30 or an 80-20? Nope. The year 2000 was just too problematic because you're taking 500,000 after 3 years, you're down to half of that. See that right there? You're down to 249,000. And even though these amounts are coming out of over here, the stock market just cut down so low that it doesn't benefit very much, even with these positive years. And then you hit down 37%, and that knocks it down from 309 down to 175, and you just get knocked down too far. I love running numbers for people, but I just thought I'd show you that. How about let's just change this to 700,000 and see if that helps with the year 2000 anyway. I think the depression years are probably a lost cause. Oh yeah, look at the difference there. 700,000 with this scenario withdrawn 2250. Let's make this a 70-30. After 20 years, in the year 2000, you'd have 486,000. Remember, well, in this case, you start with 700,000, I guess, but it's looking pretty good for the year 2000. 1929, not so much, because that was just did I even update this? I don't think I updated it. Must be fair to 1929. Oh yeah, 1929. Yeah, it'd be pretty iffy. It'd be down 193, and 10 years later, you'd still be surviving, but hanging on by the skin of your teeth. Let's just show you what I mean by that. 1929. Again, this is with a 70-30 split. I just love running these numbers for people. So you can see it's right here. After 20 years, 193, and then 161, and then 113. The cash reserve's running down, so you can't even use that anymore with all these down years, so it is coming out of here. But it looks like it survives. Well, anyway, I love running numbers for people. Please consider subscribing. I just wanted this video to show you don't necessarily need $1 million, because what we saw here was, looks like this is all stats from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and it looks like this is all people need when they have this kind of Social Security. Obviously, everybody's situation is different. Not everybody's going to get this kind of money for Social Security, but it sure helps. Consider subscribing with our channel. Share this with others. Please like the video, and thanks for watching.